Hello everyone, this is EgboJ20 and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Soji app. So as you can see, I got a new microphone here and it's pretty. Now for context, I live in the state of Enugu, which is in Nigeria, and there's a food delivery app that it's recent and it's called the Soji app. And basically on this app you can order food from different restaurants. You can also order groceries as well, and you can also do real estate on the app too. Yeah, but let's just start this review anyway. And before I start, let me just put out a few disclaimers. Number one, this video is not paid in any way, shape or form. No one is paying me to say things from my big fat head. Number two, this video is going to be based on my own opinions on the app, and your opinions and experiences may differ from mine. Just keep that in mind. Number three, this video is not here to bring down the Soji app at all in any way, shape or form. They're a business and they're doing pretty well for themselves in Enugu. And I always want to patronize my Enugu apps and try making reviews on them, but with that out of the way, let's get started. Now obviously the first thing I like about this app is the fact that you can buy food from restaurants or vendors. Like, not every vendor may be here, but in the future I bet that they'll add more and more vendors to their list. You can order from restaurants like Chicken Republic, Food Factory, and so on. Like, you can look at the list on the screen right now. Now they also have a supermarket feature as well. Like, you can buy groceries, like, I don't know, like things to cook with, like rice, and even things like milk, Milo, all those types of things, depending on what you are looking for. Now one thing I really like about their app is also that they integrated pay stack on their app. You can pay with your card or with transfer or with USSD, and this is something that's really smart in my opinion. Like, this is something I like. Kudos to the Soji app. Now that I've said the things I like about the app, let me just talk about the things that I don't really like about their app. And Soji, if you're watching this video, please now for me, one thing I don't really like about the app is how basic it looks. Now don't get me wrong, like, how the app looks does not really affect the usage. Like, ordering from this app is actually pretty simple and easy. Just add your things to the cart and then you pay. Like, it's not that hard, but just that their app looks very basic, as if they're still in the development stage. And I think that maybe the app could look much better in my opinion. Another thing that I don't like about this app is when you have to search for something. Now let me just give an example. Like, you can search for things on this app, but let me just try to explain in a better way that you might understand. Okay, so let's just say that, like, I'm on the vendors and restaurants menu where you see all the restaurants. If I type in a certain food item from a restaurant, like, it doesn't pop up unless I click on that restaurant. Like, let's say now, for example, that I want to get something like a chief burger from the Chicken Republic. I can't just go on where all the vendors are on the menu and then type in chief burger. It won't show up unless I click on Chicken Republic and search for that certain restaurant item. Like, I know I'm probably being nitpicky here, but I just feel as if, you know, they could do that without you having to enter into that restaurant. It would be much easier and faster to do this in my opinion. Like, for context, Jumia Food, which I reviewed, like, if you are in the place with all the vendors and restaurants, you don't have to click on Chicken Republic, for example, and then you now have to search for it. Just go on the place and then search for the thing, and then you'll find the thing there. I just felt like it would be much easier and simpler for the consumer if it was added there. Another thing I don't like about this app that really annoys me is that it used to log me out every single time I leave the app and come back. Like anytime I just want to place an order or something, it just keeps on logging me out. Like, I get very annoyed by that. Like, it should keep me logged in, like, for a certain amount of time, and after some time, you know, like maybe after a few days, it will log me out and then I can now log back in. But not every single time. I have to just put in my details every single time I want to just place an order. Like, it's so frustrating. Yeah. Now here's one thing that you should know about their app. Now, not every menu item of the restaurants and vendors listed on their app are going to be there. Now let me just give you two examples of things that I've observed. Okay, so for Chicken Republic, for example, Chicken Republic is a restaurant in Nigeria, and they're also in Enugu too, and they sell lots of things, like, you know, and it's nice. But the thing is that, like, I tried looking for the Chick Whiz, which is a sandwich that Chicken Republic sells. However, on the Soji app, it's not there. And even for another food vendor, Food Factory, which is a very nice vendor, they sell shawarmas. But however, on the Soji app, I can't find shawarmas there to actually, order from them. Which is why if I want to order shawarma from like Food Factory, I can't use Soji, because their shawarmas like for Food Factory, it's not there. Now let me just give one more example. Okay, so like on Chicken Republic, if you order rice, like some meals that have rice, you can choose between having fried rice or jollof rice. But however, on the Soji app, I couldn't see this. Like you couldn't select which one you wanted. Like that's the thing. Like on an app like Jumia Food, for example, which I already reviewed, you could actually select this, but on the Soji app, it's not there. Like, I don't know why, but I just think it should be there for ease of access. Another thing that I don't like about their app is that on their app, delivery times don't matter at all. Now, for me on their app, like basically I set my food to come like within like an hour and a few minutes. But however, it came way after that. Like, now, I know that they may take long for certain reasons, but still, like, that's just how it is. Another thing that I don't like about this app is that you can't leave reviews on anything at all. Like, you can't leave any reviews, and I feel that reviews are crucial because you won't know how good this is. You won't know any of these things like without doing the reviews. Like, I wish that they had some review system where you could review, like anytime you buy anything, you can make a review and then people could see it and know whether they should buy this or not. And finally, the last thing I don't like about this app is the lack of tracking. Now, when you place an order on this app, there's no way of you telling where your food is, whether it's here or there or anywhere. Like, you won't even know until they call you. And this is something that I really don't like about food delivery apps in Enugu, to be very honest with you. Now, I want to give some solutions and opinions that I feel this app could do to make itself better. But before I do that, let me just give you my experience with ordering on Soji. Now, just keep in mind that everyone's experience is a subjective thing. So maybe now you may have a good experience or someone else may have a bad experience. But let me just share my own experience. Now, Soji, if you're watching this video, no hard feelings, leave me alone. I'm so innocent and pretty and I'm broke, but leave me alone. I'm just trying to share my experience anyway. Feedback. So I remember I first heard about this app on Instagram, where like one of these people that review things in Enugu, she posted about the app, and I decided, let me just give this app a try. So I ordered some shawarma on the app, and the thing is that like I thought this app was a scam, to be honest with you, because I was scared. Immediately I placed my order. I was waiting for this order for a very long time, to be honest with you. So then on their app now, like whenever you want to place an order, like they have like an assistant that you can call for any restaurant that you place an order from. So I tried calling the assistant and trying to explain to the assistant I placed an order and everything, but the assistant wasn't picking my calls at all, and I was very scared. I tried sending the assistant text and everything, and then no replies, nothing. Like I thought that they were going to run away with my money. Until hours later, they later called me and they now told me that the reason why the order is taking time is because like they had so many orders and probably not enough people to actually deliver all the orders. So I was like, okay, I can understand that. So I waited and then they finally came and I got the order. Then I ordered again from them after that, and this time like they were a bit faster, and the assistant also was able to pick their calls and everything. So maybe they may not be able to pick calls all the time, and all that. There might be ups and downs with these services. Like that's how every service is, no matter what. Like sometimes you may have to wait longer or shorter or something, but that's just my experience with them. Now here are the solutions and opinions I would give for this app if they're watching this, so that they could get better. Now, number one is if they could change the appearance of their app. Like I know that they can do much better. Like they can try making something that looks better and much more interesting, in my opinion. Another thing that this app should do is for them to have a review system. Now, this is something that I said earlier, but I feel as if it's needed because now a lot of people may order from somewhere, they don't even know how good this is or how bad this is, like, to be honest with you. So the review system can be divided into 3 parts. Now the first part will be for the drivers. Like if a driver comes, you can rate how long they take and everything, and this will only be shown to the company themselves and not to the public, so that way they can see this thing and then they can try getting some feedback on how to get their drivers to come faster. And the second part of the review system should be for the restaurants or vendors themselves. So this is how you order from Chicken Republic or Food Factory, for example. You can rate and review the restaurant as a whole, and this will be public as well for everyone to see whether they should do this or not. Like, so people can share their experiences with ordering from them. Now, the final part of the review system should be for the food items themselves individually. Now, for example, let's say that I order from Chicken Republic and I order a chief burger, I should be able to leave an individual review on that chief burger itself, so that, and that will also be public as well for everyone to see. Let's say that I go on Food Factory and I order something like rice, because they sell rice there. I should be able to leave a review on that rice itself and tell people whether it was good or bad, and then it can give people the subconscious decision as to whether or not they should order from that service or, you know, the food item or something. Like, that's what I feel should be done on this app. Now, another thing that the Soji app should do is to try and add tracking. Now, tracking is something that's very crucial and important on an app, because without tracking, you won't even know where your food item is, and you can get so frustrated and everything because you won't know where it is. Like, I've had situations where I've ordered from all these food delivery people, dispatch riders and so on, and then they take so long. You ask them where are they, they'll say they're here, they're there, and it gets so annoying. Like, it's hard to track them, it's hard to give them directions and everything. Like, you won't even know where they're going to, you won't even know where they are, because you can't see any of these things. And if tracking is here, it will benefit both the drivers and the customers. Like, it's something that will benefit everyone, because you will know how easy it will be, so transparent, everything. That's what I feel that they should do. Now, I know that adding this feature is not that simple, but I feel as if they added it, it's going to make this app to be more popular and people will be using it much more, in my opinion. Now, the final thing I feel as if the Soji app should do is if now that you could hire a dispatch rider for things like to deliver items, like to weigh bill them within Enugu, but not for, like, you know, food. Like, that's not, for example, that I want to weigh bill an item to someone. What I could do is on the app, I could try to hire like a dispatch rider to come to my area, and then from there they weigh bill the item. Like, I can put in the person's phone number and details, so that way they'll easily weigh bill it. Like, that's what I feel as if the Soji app could do, like, to make it better. Like, that's if they add that feature. Like, I would really love it so much, and it would be really, really helpful in my opinion. In conclusion, the Soji app isn't really a bad app, but I just feel as if they added some of these things, that their app could be much better in my opinion. It's one of the apps I can recommend to people. Actually, like, I've actually recommended this app to some people and all that, like, because I love their service and they're doing well right now. So yeah, but anyway, that's all for today's video. If you use the Soji app yourself, just leave a comment below, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace out.